So yeah, last week we did another epic episode.
It was epic, wasn't it? It was truly epic.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was crap. I think the first one was great actually, but yeah, I think there's the problem right there. That's what's going to happen.
Well, we did a book review, and we said we were going to put that on the politics. I think that should have gone just on the politics one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, most of the chat just should have gone on the politics one.
Which is upsetting because I get a feeling this week's chat's going to be quite political as well.
Oh, okay. Cool. Go.
So I woke up yesterday. I had a really bad day yesterday. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I'm about to explain why. I woke up to this news that Donald Trump had done an interview with The Sun, said May completely screwed up Brexit, and Boris Johnson would make an excellent Prime Minister.
And the next day, in front of Theresa May.
No, this okay.
I didn't say that.
The opposition seems to be, and this was the thing. I went on to sort of like, as I've said, one of the things I peruse is Reddit, and it's mostly for news. I actually go on that. I do comment occasionally when I think someone's just saying something ridiculous, and I just try and put them right. And I don't try and get involved in an argument on there, in the comment section. But I went on there, and it is sort of like a Labour Reddit forum, and we've got people basically still manoeuvring in the Labour Party because they're not happy with not having things their own way. And I got involved in a discussion on Reddit, and by the end of the day, discussion on the internet has.
Call it discussion. It's not discussion.
It's not discussion. It's. I mean, do you know what gaslighting is?
Yeah.
What is gaslighting?
It's putting up a sort of an extra different thing, isn't it? It's a bit like a straw man, isn't it? But except you're sort of introducing it first.
Gaslighting is, as I understand it, is reframing. Well, not reframing, but insisting or making you believe that you actually said something that you did than you actually said.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of that going on around political discourse at the moment.
That's all political discourse.
It is political. You're basically.
Oh, you said.
You can say something, and it is completely reframed and turned around into the opposite, and you're made to look like trying to make you look hypocritical and all that. Although, show me a man, and I'll show you a hypocrite. So I think everyone's hypocritical. There you go. And it's like an assault on the brain. A constant assault on the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're lying.
No,
you said this.
Just stop it. Just
you said this. No.
Please, I mean, in this scenario, it's so difficult because theoretically, we're talking about people on the same side.
Yeah.
And they are treating you as outright enemies, and you're trying to have a rational conversation. Anyway, so I mean, that was going on. It was really, really getting me down, Kev. I mean, honestly, getting me down. And then when Donald Trump actually had the news conference with Theresa May, a complete about flip. It's fake news. The interview with the Sun newspaper is fake news. I didn't say that. I was actually relieved. Honestly, I was actually, for the first time out, I was relieved, because if he'd stuck to the line of his first interview,
imagine if in that press interview he said, "You're shit."
I would actually start thinking, no, we've got to prop up Theresa May here.
Yeah.
And I am the most anti-Tory of all anti-Tories.
I've said this. There's. Well, the only other one is David Davis, right? Who turns out to be completely fucking useless. Theresa, I'm not saying she's massively competent, but she's the best of a bad bunch. There isn't anyone else. I mean, if there was somebody else, one of the old heavyweights. Yeah,
but okay, so that's all. But I mean, the state of politics at the moment is such that it's quite oppressive, to the point where last night I had to turn my phone off.
That's a good thing.
It was really weird, yeah. The moment I turned that off, I could feel it lift off me.
Well, yeah, and actually, that's probably a thing. Yeah, it doesn't get to me. I find it entertaining. The internet, I mean, but it's not on my phone. I don't do it on my phone. I do it on a computer. My phone is for phoning people and for the kids playing games.
Yeah, I've had a thought about your phone, Kev. I find it really weird. I mean, this is a complete tangent now. So the one thing that mobile phones have done as it means our personal interactions with people become less frequent and less in depth. So, For example, you used to have to phone up a takeaway and get through what you wanted to order on the phone, and then
it was awful. It was awful. I hated it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your phone comes along now. You can order it on the phone, pay for it on the phone. You haven't got to go. You've just got to. I mean, you can leave a note on the door if you want.
Yeah.
Porch is open. Leave the food in. You don't have to deal with anyone.
Yeah.
And I see. I mean, as someone myself who struggles with personal interaction, I find myself. I have this sort of. I'm quite shy. Thing. And the phone kind of, it doesn't solve the problem. It actually exacerbates the problem. But it means like I have to do less personal interactions, which can be quite stressful for me. I think you're worse than me, Kev, in that regard.
Yeah, being antisocial.
It's not antisocial. It's a sort of like.
I think it is.
I thought you would have embraced the phone. I thought you would have got all the apps on there. You don't have to. Well, you don't use taxis, do you? You've got your own car and stuff like that. But it means you can live your life without ever having actually to see or talk to anyone.
Yeah, but there's people on the end of the phone, and they don't like that.
No, you don't speak to them.
Yeah, but they're there on the phone. They're not there on the computer. That's the internet. That's different. It's something psychological in that. Obviously, we did it on the computer so many years ago. But the phone is a much more recent thing.
Yeah, but the phone is a portable computer. So I'm thinking, okay, when you're at home, you can use actually computers much better because it's. Well, I find it easier.
You can type as well.
You can type. You've got a mouse and stuff like that. But when you're out and about, what time? You don't have to ask people the time because you got your thing. Although you've got a watch. Or you need directions somewhere. Google Maps, sort of thing. You don't have to say, where's the? I'm looking for this bar. Where is it? You don't have to do any of that. Your phone makes personal exchanges
you don't
unnecessary.
have to ask for directions. I definitely do not ask for directions. It's incredibly useful for that. Definitely. That's its main. I mean, of all the usefulness, the other one is breaking down. Breaking down and finding places. That's it. That's what it does, It's all about its communication ability, isn't it? Yeah. Not really the funky, powerful processor in there, which is ridiculous octa-core monstrous thing, super processor.
So yeah, I don't understand why you don't embrace your phone more. Is what I'm saying.
I never have done. I've never. I mean, you have to remember, I didn't have a phone until 2015. I tell people, young people, this. They don't believe it. They actually can't. What? How? How did you exist in your life without a phone? It was great. You have to remember, it does mean there is no escape.
Yeah.
So although it makes a barrier between people, those people are still there. You can drive down the road, they're still there. Yeah. Everybody drive to Scotland, they're still there. I can just escape.
That's the thing, it brings work into the home and stuff like that. I mean, I was thinking about it. So I turned my phone off last night. I thought, I'm going to do this more often. I'm actually going to turn my phone off when I finish work. Yeah. But then I pop into what if mum and dad have a problem and they need to get hold of me?
Phones.
Stuff like that. So,
etc.
So yeah,
landline.
We've got a landline. Yeah, I don't know the number. I've never used it. And when it rings, I don't answer it because it's someone wanting to do a survey or whatever.
Yeah.
But I might give mum the phone. I might give it a go. Just a month of.
Your parents would use the landline naturally, wouldn't they? So it's probably good to give them the number.
No, they don't. They haven't got a landline anymore.
Oh really?
No.
Goodness me. New technology.
Yeah. The other side is work do like to get hold of me early in the morning. If there's a problem with any software or anything like that, or they're struggling with something, I'll get a text message quite early. And if I've got my phone turned off, they can't get hold of me and it screws everything up at work.
Yeah.
So I've got to...
Well, that's the nature. If you're going to work at home, that's fair enough, isn't it? But if you're not at work, you're not at work. It doesn't matter where you are, you're not at work. Yeah, but
okay. I'll get emails. If it's before 6 o'clock, it generally comes in via an email.
Yeah.
But if it's like if it's half six onwards, I'll get a text message.
Yeah. Saying actually,
okay, Sam, I can't get the labels done. Can you sort it out? Sort of flipping it. But if my phone's off, I can't do it. But I really want to get to a situation where I turn my phone off and do be less connected to the world.
Yeah, but you have to just remember it's not real. and all those people shouting at you, they wouldn't talk to you like that in real life.
I know it's not real. I mean,
they don't. If they met you in real life, they wouldn't think that about you.
I mean, the reason why I very rarely get involved in this sort of thing, and maybe we're going to talk about it a little bit later, because I actually turned on YouTube later because we released the video last week, and then there was a comment on there from one of our regulars. I think he might have even been a Patreon, who didn't seem quite happy about what we said about Donald Trump last week.
Oh yeah, exactly that.
And I just thought, I can't deal with this. I'm just going to turn it off, sort of thing.
Yeah, I did.
And I very rarely.
That's even happening, even in this sensible area of the nature of the music or whatever it means. Generally, people are rude. We don't get the idiots. Still, there's this zealous thing that the comment section does something to you, and everything he said wasn't what we said in the video.
Okay, I haven't read it.
And then I replied, and then he said something else that we didn't say in the video. And this morning, he apologised.
Did he?
I don't know how to reply to that. I don't know what to say. We'll probably reply by the time you watch this, but fair enough.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look at that as a video, because we don't. It's so stupid. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, we've got to you look on like things like Question Time. Yeah, and a guy. I mean, we call them gammon, yeah, but they have an absolute rant at someone on the panel.
Yeah.
And, you know, who in their right minds wakes up in the morning and thinks, you know what I really want to do? I really want to find someone I don't really know and have a right rant at them, right go over it, and get really angry about it. Yeah. And, yeah, we feel that, you know, for some reason we've got to do that.
I don't have that. I don't think you have that either, do you?
No.
You don't like getting angry, do you?
No, I really hate it.
I like... I like wine at the bar, but I haven't done that for a long time. You know, I mean, that thing last night, I was just literally replying to what he was saying. Well, we didn't say that. But you said this. No, we didn't say that. That was it. You know, and actually, the last video we did, well, we made a video about the crazy commenter. You look at my replies; it's perfectly reasonable. I wasn't goading him that last time. He was just saying stupid things, and I was just responding to them. You know. That's what the internet does. It's different. And like you said, that you don't like social interaction. Neither of us are very sociable people. We call it antisocial, but maybe we're just normal.
I don't know. I think
sociable people are different. Their approach to that is different.
Yeah.
That's what I think, and that's why it makes. If we're typing something on a computer, there's just we're just interested in the truth. It's absolutely, you know, well, that's true. There it is, it's true. But I've got to argue my side, so I'm going to make this up. Blah, blah, blah. As if that's reasonable. And it's not. It doesn't make any sense. And it goes back to what you said about the Trump thing and all that. Well, this is my side, so it doesn't matter if it's true. I've got to defend it anyway. And you know, the only response is, well, you're not allowed to criticise. And it always boils down to that. All of that for when it comes to Trump, because it's so one-dimensional. There's no subtlety. It's like that's why comedians weren't happy when Trump got elected, because there is no
satirise him.
There's nothing, and it's because there's no subtlety.
And journalists can't report it because it's the rate of stuff to report on comes through is too quick for the media side. The 24-hour news media side cannot keep up with Donald Trump.
Yeah,
and the rate of stuff he's saying.
You can argue his genius piece of marketing, etc., etc. But it's also people have been programmed with this zealous. I've got to be on one side or the other. It's over there or over there. Except only the other side is extreme. You know. I understand perfectly people originally voting for Donald Trump. That makes perfect sense. Well, makes perfect sense is a bit of a stretch, but I understand why that they've been completely screwed over. It doesn't matter who they've voted for. They've just been screwed over the same for how many, 35, 40 years, 50 years, whatever it is. And here's someone who is just an idiot. Well, he's going to mess the system up. Yeah, I'm voting for him then. Fuck you. That you can understand. But the zealous defence and the authoritarian underlying do not criticise the Führer, you know? That's just massively sinister, and it's grown into this thing.
Actually,
that's the only response.
Maybe it's
you shouldn't criticise him.
Maybe it's not as sinister as we think. I mean, if you're thinking that Donald Trump is the guy who's going to come in and shake up the establishment, finally make things go, I mean, historically that has precedents, and even in modern times it has precedent. Jeremy Corbyn supporters are portrayed as cultists. They'll defend Jeremy Corbyn no matter what, and there is a mindset in there that the establishment will close ranks, and they will try and stop this person changing things because it's detrimental to them. So therefore, we cannot trust anything that comes out of the establishment, and the establishment effectively control the media, actually control any sources of information. The experts are part of the establishment. They are. I mean, that's a Chomsky.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's using his facts again. It's unfair.
Well, I mean, Chomsky has made the point, over many years that basically the elite, he calls them, which are the sort of like the intelligentsia, you want to call them, do generally work for power.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And power selects elites that think the right way to be, important.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously,
you can see there's a sort of bunker mentality there. No, I don't care what you say. I know that you're going to be lying to me, so anything you say has got to be untruthful.
Yeah.
And there was a very similar thing in sort of like feudal Russia.
Yeah.
Peasants were very, very poor, but they saw the Tsar as sort of like God's person on earth. And
so did he.
If he knew about our plight, he'd sort it out. And actually, Stalin, I think they had a very similar attitude towards Stalin. The workers.
Still do. Yeah. Some of them still do. They've got.
Yeah. If Stalin knew what was going on, he'd sort this out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a sort of, blanket.
Well, you remember
put your head in a box sort of mentality.
You remember. You don't remember, but you know about when basically there was, it wasn't a riot, but there was a march to the palace in Russia, and basically they just shot him. But I think that's what it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and I think that the twist goes that if only he'd known it was just a mistake and someone fired a shot by mistake, something. But you have to remember the Tsar believed it as well, because it wasn't just him; it was his ancestors as well. I am God's something, and that's the model, actually, isn't it?
Well, I suppose all I'm saying is that Donald Trump supporters aren't so inscrutable as we think. They are kind of people thinking on a certain rational level. That there is it's almost what would you call it? Sort of a conspiracy theory rationality about it.
Oh yeah, the facts don't matter because the facts aren't the facts.
The facts don't. The facts as they're portrayed don't matter. Yeah. Because there is nefarious forces behind those portraying the facts, perverting it for their own ends.
Changing it so gravity's real.
Yeah. And you're right. It's understandable that people be peed off with the system in America and the UK.
But you look at the history, and voting for an idiot is an appealing thing. Look at Ronald Reagan, literally an idiot. But and with you've got his acceptance speech with the guy standing behind him for business. It's really obvious. And with Donald Trump, it's really obvious con man.
Well, again, I always go back to Chomsky. Chomsky's characterisation of Reagan and Trump and other presidents is that they are the sideshow. Yeah. They're the sideshow, while the real power...
they are cartoon characters.
Dismantles the government, essentially.
Yeah.
So, we got very political again. Okay, well, maybe we should... That's 50 minutes. We'll keep it lighter this week.
Yeah, but if the response is, well, you're not allowed to talk about politics, there's something wrong. There's something really wrong. Or you're allowed to talk about that politics, but you're not allowed to criticise them.
Yeah, but not everyone is as into politics as that.
Great, that's it.
Maybe it should go on the politics channel, yeah.
It should, yeah. Yeah, but
we'll revive that.
But if the only response is criticism is not allowed, citizen, then, you're a bloody authoritarian nut bar. Stop it. You've been programmed by Fox News. And, I certainly identify as a liberal, but I make a point of trying to criticise Jeremy Corbyn. You know, that's the right thing to do. I don't zealously.
Yeah.
No criticism allowed.
I think there are genuine criticisms to Jeremy Corbyn. I don't think he gets it completely.
I think he's completely not one-dimensional. He has an opinion, and that's it. And he won't he won't budge, and that's not necessarily a good thing. It's probably necessary often, but it's also not necessarily a good thing.
I think I mean the criticism of it's sort of like their policies are rooted in the past. You know, we're talking about old Keynesian policies and
because the new one doesn't work.
I actually think that's bullshit. Yeah, I think actually some of his policies are quite forward looking, but I don't think it's forward looking enough. I think there's sort of
there isn't anything new. We don't have a new one. You know, we've had the same one since the late 70s, and and we know it doesn't work, and that's why there's all this explosion. That's why, so that's one of the options.
I didn't think we had anything to say today.
So we're putting this on the politics channel, are we?
I think we ought to.
Yeah. So
maybe we should try and find something light to say at some point.
Yeah. But leave your pronouncements of authoritarian censorship in the comments section. Thank you.